Okay, here's the myth. You're not going to like it, but here's the myth. God is preparing a man for you. Incorrect. Biblically speaking, the Bible says that God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. I'm going to let you sit on that for a couple seconds. God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. So the one God is preparing is you. You have to understand that God prepares you as a woman to come into the life of a man, to be a helpmate, to bring value into his life, to be able to allow him and encourage him to do what God has destined for him to do. But as a woman that is unprepared, what happens is instead of allowing the man to do what God has called him to do, you make it all about you. And you want the man to make you his God. It was never planned that way. As a woman, you need to align with your man, and both of you need to serve God, because that is what God ordained, for man and woman to join together and serve God.
Went to a Christmas party, and there was a bunch of Latinas, and there was a little handful of black women. There was this Latina girl dating a black man, and she was serving him a plate, like typical most Latinas do. That's why many men love Latinas. I wonder why, right? And this Latina woman was serving her black man a plate, and all of the black women were like, let him serve his own plate. Why are you serving him his plate? Why you serve him? He got two legs. Like, I don't get why black women don't want to serve their man. If they care about him, if they do, maybe they don't, why they don't like catering to their man? These black women, these black queens, I don't get it. And all of those black queens that were talking shit, they're all single. They were all single ladies. They literally said, don't serve his plate. Think about that right now. If you're a black queen, if you serve your man, you will fucking win, because you are rare as fuck. Serve your man a fucking plate. You didn't even have to cook it. All you had to do is pick up the food and serve it. You would get fucking married just for doing little shit like that. You, black queen, would get fucking married if you serve your man a fucking plate. I went to a Christmas party and
Hey, Shalom, call hello, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. And it's going to be a quick video, man. I just want to make a point real quick to never, ever, ever, for you women out there, never, ever, 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 ever take relationship advice from a bitter, angry, single black woman, okay? Which there's no such thing as black, all right? Black is a color in the crown box. We're talking about you Israelite women that don't know you're Israelites yet. Because if you're an Israelite woman, you should know your purpose. You should know that you're supposed to serve your man, okay? He also kept saying queen, which when you go into that word queen, it goes into a prostitute, man. Which a lot of these women, they've had many men, okay? But I thought it was funny, and you seen him, he was getting a little mad, man. All right, but it's true, because a lot of these so-called black women, okay, which I saw a video the other day of a so-called black woman. I guess she was like somebody in a church, and she had a bunch of Latina women, so-called, because we know that, whatever. She had a bunch of Latina women, so-called Latina women, sitting around her bar table or whatever, and she was talking to them about, a man, how to deal with a man, and this and third. And me knowing the scriptures, she was giving them all the wrong advice. And I kept looking at her finger to see if I could find a ring, and I ain't see no damn ring. So she wasn't even married, but she telling these women how to deal with a man, and what to do and what not to do with the men, and it was all the wrong advice, man. And the problem is because you had Eve, who made that deal with the serpent, and now he has made you an enemy against your own men. You had that even with the Willie Lynch letters, how they pretty much pit the woman against the man and the man against the woman. All right, and now you have a nation, generations of women that don't know their purpose. They think their purpose is to go to a job, and these women will work at a job serving strangers, but it won't serve their own husband. A lot of them don't have husbands because of that, man. And this is also why you see a lot of, the so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man going to deal with these other nations' women's. Okay, because our women are fucking completely fucked up in the head, and Jake tired of that shit, man. Nah, man. That's not the way it was set up. And I'm gonna do a video too, how these other nations' women's, they love Jake. They are thirsty for Jake, man. They thirsty for Jake. They want Jake bad, man. Okay, because they see that power transition happen. They see that power switch taking place. You got women that never dealt with a so-called black man in their whole life. Now they're fantasizing and have a sex appeal towards the so-called black man, and that's because why? The Lord is about to raise us back up, man. He's already raising us back up. You see, we were brought low, and in us being brought low, our women were turned against us, man. That's how you know if the condition of a nation by their women, okay? And the fact that those women, more than likely older women, were saying that, and then them not having a man, shows you how miserable and how through this society is, man. And this is why when all hell breaks loose, a lot of you so-called black women out there that have this mentality where you think that you're supposed to be served and you're the servant, and or that man is supposed to serve you. You're gonna be left out here with your damn mouth in your hands. Okay, but let's grab a few precepts real quick, touching on this point, because it's just crazy. But this is the reality. It says Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. It says, and the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. So this is why, why the woman was created, to be a helpmeet unto the man. In the NLT it says, then the Lord power said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him. You see? So the Lord has made women that are just right for men to be what? A helper. You're supposed to help your man, not the other way around. Now a man is going to help you too, but ultimately you're coming under his enterprise. And that's how you can get the position of being a wife to a man. Okay? A lot of times these women nowadays, they don't know how to cook, clean, they don't know how to do a damn thing. And a woman is destroyed when they ask you what you cooked, or do you know how to cook? Which, us men, we've learned how to cook because you can't expect these modern women to know, but that's not the way things were set up. If a woman asks you to cook for her and y'all talking, do away with her ass. One time I was talking to this woman and she asked me, she talking about she waiting to marriage and marriage this and marriage that, and oh yada 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 yada. And I said, I asked her who she lived with, and she said, I live with my mom and my sisters. I said, are they married? No. I said, well, there you go. But I believe she asked me, what did I cook or some shit. I'm like, what did I cook? Well, what did you cook? You see? And they call these things gender roles, but it's the way things were set up, man. Okay? You ain't gonna find a cat swimming with fishes, man. Okay? You ain't gonna find a dog flying with birds. The Lord created everything for his purpose. And these women, they don't understand their purpose. Let's go into this word help me though. All right. See what we can find on this. No, this is the only thing that's even the right scripture. Salakia. Not the right scripture. Right here. Okay, because this is a real problem. Okay. It says
Strong's H5828. Azer.
It says Azer, help, succor, one who helps. So if you got a woman and she ain't helping, if you got to go out here and bust your ass working on these jobs, going out here, and you ain't coming home to a clean house, a food cooked, your clothes washed. You got men out here that's washing their clothes. You got men out here that don't have no help. They don't have a woman. Or it's even worse to have a woman and still not have help. Can you imagine? Help, aid. You see, you're supposed to be an aid unto that man, a helpmate. Okay, and if you got a problem with that, then America and Esau has destroyed and polluted your mind, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to be destroyed with the rest of these demons out here, man. When you go into the etymology line for the word woman, it says adult female human, literally a woman, man. Getting right to the point, it says woman, female servant. Okay, so you women were created to be a servant. This is why women do the best serving positions. You know, when it comes to being a server at a restaurant, you usually see a woman being a server. Okay, this is why they do the best. They're the best at caring for children. You know, teachers and you know, midwives and stuff like that. This is why naturally women are better at these things because that's what the Lord created them for. You were created to be a servant, man. You know, they're good at what is it? Damn. When you deal with people, I forgot what it was called, but it doesn't matter. But you know, pretty much, you know, that's what they're good for. You know, and I can't think of the word, but it's all right. But you know, pretty much when somebody is working at a job where they're dealing with people, if you know what I'm talking about, you can put it in the comment board. I ain't gonna spend too much time trying to think about it. But yeah, so you were more created to be a servant. If you don't understand your purpose in being a servant, you're not gonna have a man. And then the time we're coming into where it's gonna be a liability not to have a man, you know, a lot of you women gonna be in trouble. Okay? You got Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. It says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach, right? You women going to come to the understanding that you need a man, okay? And you're going to be begging and pleading. Right now, these women, they don't want to share a man. But the times we're coming into, you ain't going to have no choice. You're going to just be hoping that you can be saved, okay? And nowadays, women want you to take them out to eat. You got to, buy them, clothes. They want to go shopping, all this shit, man. And the times we're coming into, they're going to be doing that for you, okay? And you got women out there that's already ahead of the game. They understand their purpose now. And for you women out there that's like that, hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay, this ain't for you. But for the rest of you women out there that thinking that you were created, and I got another video. If I remember it, I've put it in the post production. You seen it in the beginning, but there's another woman telling you, the harsh reality that no, you were put here to serve the men, not the other way around. And you got men out here that's running out of their wits for women, and they're serving these women. You see, they call them simps. So you got a bunch of simps out here that's doing what simps do, and that's creating a even worse generation of women out here that's just destroying. That's going to get them destroyed and those simps destroyed. And the NLT it says, in that day so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man. You're going to fight for a man, okay? Begging and pleading, please, help me, please. All the woman got to see is some bodies hit the floor, and they going to run up and grab the closest man to them, screaming, help me, please. Okay? It says, let us all marry you. They ain't going to care about, fighting over the man. No, let us all marry you. We'll all be a woman. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be marked as old maids. Right. If a woman doesn't have children, you got women out here that's damn near 30, 40, 50, 60 on dating sites. No children, no life, miserable. Listen, you have completely wasted a life. Okay? You thought playing the field and being a harlot was going to be, fruitful for you, and you've seen that it's not. I told a woman the other day, I said, listen, man, in 50 years, nobody going to care about what career you did, how much money you made, how much trips you went on, where'd you go. All they're going to care about is all the lives that you helped create. Okay? When your family gather around, which ain't going to be another 50 years here, but when your family gather around, at grandma's house, they want to see all the smiles and the pretty faces in that family that you helped create. Okay? Not how many purses you got or how many times you got fluid out to get slutted out. That shit ain't going to mean nothing in the times we coming into, man. Okay? And in fact, it's going to be a shame unto you. Let me go back over here. It says 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 5. It says, for after this manner, in the old times, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. And women hate that word nowadays. You tell a woman, now, one of these modern women about subjection, they'll snap on you, cuss you out, block you, never talk to you again. They hate the word subjection because they don't know their place anymore. These women are having an identity crisis. Okay, they don't know who they are. Okay, it says to your own husband, not to every man you see, every man that talk to you. No, to your own husband. It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, because Sarah understood that Abraham was her Lord. There's an order. Before you can go to the Most High, you have to get to Yahawashi. And before you women can get to Yahawashi, you got to go through your man. Okay, the Lord set up an order. I can grab that too. It says, whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well and are not afraid with amazement. Okay, so you women got to come to understanding who you are, who you were created to be. And that was to be in line and in order to a man, to help raise the house and children. In verse 1, it says, likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wise. Right. So you women out there that, you may have a husband who's not in the truth. Just continue to do what you're supposed to do. Be in subjection. Be a better woman to that man. And, that's going to make him, probably want to come into this thing. And, I've seen it. So, yeah, we in that time, man. We in that time of things getting back in order. Right now, the world is out of whack. But the Lord is going to put things back in order. Okay? Okay, let me see. What's that? Isaiah. Here we go. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. It says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, which is symbolic for the destruction that's coming, and a covert from the tempest. If you can't, I tell people this all the time. If you can't, well, listen, I'm polite. This, if you can't make a plate for your man, for your man, and give him something to drink or something when he's hungry, let him relax his feet or something, serve that man, then don't expect him to risk his life for you if danger comes. If somebody breaking that house and, you're going to expect the man to go out there and deal with it, right? So what if he say, nah, you go out there? You see? That's the thing about these damn gender roles. But even Beyonce and Destiny Child, who these women love so much, even they had a song saying, let me cater to you. Okay, so you woman, you were created to cater to the men. If you got a problem with that, this is why you single. Okay? And if you're not single, you will be. Okay, I'm gonna tell it to you flat. Nobody cares. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, and as a shadow of a great rock in the weary land. You see? So that's how important the man is going to be. It says each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in a desert and the shadow of a great rock in a parched land. And that's talking about an elect man, okay, that the Lord is dealing with, that the Lord is taking care of. He has his angels protecting. If you find one of those men, you're going to know that, okay, this is a man of the Lord. It's going to be like finding a stream of living water in a desert, okay, a shadow of a great rock in a parched land. Shelter in a wind. When a hurricane comes or a storm comes, what they tell you to do? Seek shelter. So when this storm comes, that is coming, all right, you women going to understand that you're going to need to seek shelter, and you're going to find shelter in a man. More importantly, a man of the Lord. And if you don't have a man of the Lord, you're going to be in trouble. Okay? Let me grab this right here too. Okay? What's that? Because y'all gonna find out the importance of a man in the times we're coming into. Okay? When there is no more 911. Okay? And even right now, you women, just because you got 911 and these things, you think you don't need a man. But as soon as something happens, you're gonna call up a man. You're gonna press those three dial those three numbers into that phone, and you're gonna hope a big strong man pull up, okay, and do his job, right? So what happens when there is no more 911? Who's gonna pull up to do that job? Nobody. Okay. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. It says, I will make a man, which is talking about an Israelite man, more precious than fine gold, okay? You're going to make these men more precious than fine gold. You don't just find fine gold walking down the street. You're not going to find fine gold on the sidewalk, you know, as you're going for a stroll, okay? Fine gold has to be dug for. You have to really put in labor to find that fine gold. It says, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. You see? So these men that you women are going to see, they talk about a high value man. Hey, the real high value man is the man of the Lord. All right? And you women that got a problem with that, you're going to find out. All right? But right now, Esau has, played in the minds of our women, and they really have become an enemy unto us. Okay? Let me grab that real quick. What's that? Here we go. Micah chapter 7, verse Micah chapter 7, verse 9, because this is all part of the curses too, because we disobeyed the Lord. So this is why we're going through this with our women, Micah chapter 7, verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Verse 10, then she that is mine enemy, our women have become our enemy. You got women that got children with men in there, and they go into the government, the white man, to put them on child support, to get them arrested, get them locked up, take his kids from them. You have become an enemy unto your own men, okay? Which is your hedge and your protection. It says, she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Yeah, you're going to be ashamed. Which said unto me, where is YAHAWAH thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. We're going to see you. We're going to watch you. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street. You're going to get, that wig knocked off your head. The women don't understand that. Why? Because Satan is on them right now, man. The woman is a weaker vessel, so Satan will jump on them quick and have them bugging out, acting crazy. Verse 9 in the NLT, I will be patient as the Lord punishes me. And this is all it says. We're being punished for disobeying the Lord and trespassing against the Lord. But our punishment is almost up. It says, for I have sinned against him, but after that he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from mine enemies. You see, Lord going to give us justice, man, from all that we suffer from our enemies, including you damn women, especially you so-called black women. The Lord will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness. Then my enemies will see that the Lord is on my side. So you're going to find out, because these women, they go to the Christian church, and they let their man put them on child support, and they go to the Christian church and dance around the damn church, talking about how they so saved in the blood of Jesus. Listen, you going backwards, okay? You going to need your man in order to come stand before the Lord, and he got to be a man of the Lord, okay? And the Lord ain't in them damn churches either. You see, the woman to tell you, oh, Jesus, my husband, that's off. The Lord didn't set it up that way, man. It says, then the enemies will see the Lord is on my side. They will be ashamed that they taunted me. Your woman be taunting you, saying, so where is the Lord? That God of yours. With my eyes, I will see their downfall. They will be trampled like mud in the streets. Let me grab one more real quick before I go, because I thought I was going to grab this before we get. It says, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. You see, so there's an order. There's an order, man. You can't skip over that order. The head of the woman is the man. The head of the man is the Lord Yahawashi, and the head of Yahawashi is the Most High. The Lord set up that order for a purpose, for a reason. And if you don't get along with that, if you got a problem with that, then you're going to be left here to be purged with the rest of this wicked world here in Babylon. You want to stick to the American way, American customs, you're going to be purged with this place, man. And the Lord going to kill a lot of you people off, in the most gruesome way. Fear Yahweh, Bashmi, Shawah, he may be found. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Bapapa.